Video game movies are some of the most talked about movies due to their hype and what their favorite characters will look like on the big screen. There are times when the movies will do well and times when they do not. However, there is one film that is a mix of both worlds, the highly talked about Fnaf movie. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The story of this film is quite interesting to say the least. I say this because it combined the games and the books and combined them into the story we had with the film. The story about a man named Mike having PTSD about his brother being kidnapped when he was little, and now relives that moment every night in his dreams to see if he can find the answers on who took him. It goes even deeper as it follows the first game, but also follows the story of Silver Eyes, but with a twist. That twist being that the protagonist gets a job at a pizza place, but this same pizza place has a history of kids going missing, and these same kids are now being controlled by the man who killed them all those years ago. The end parts of the movie also follow the events of Afton being spring-locked and then getting dragged by the animatronics from Silver Eyes as well. It also twists the series in a way that changes some important characters to fit the roles of the film. For example, Vanessa from Security Breach is now William Afton's daughter in this film. And then, with William, instead of having his original fake name, Dave, they gave him the identity of Steve Ralgan in this film. Also, they took Mike Schmidt from the first game and made a whole new character by giving him a backstory about why he takes the night shift, eliminating the old theory that Mike was Michael Afton's fake name in the first game. It also gives insight into how the animatronics would react to the kids whenever they are around them, as the animatronics in this film, you can tell that they are just children in suits, and it shows with the amount of detail they put into how they act, they move, and how they interact with the protagonist's sister, named Abby. This film took many things from the series to make something unique, but in a way that follows the series, and also in a way that was made for introducing new people to the series while also giving fans a film made for them. With this in mind, many seem to enjoy the movie, old and new fans alike. However, there is some hate that this is a new canon being made with the film. Besides this though, we all can agree on one thing, that they made something that would balance itself to please not just some, but all audiences. When it comes to capturing the universe or period of a video game or series in a film, there are times when that will capture that specific series perfectly, and the Fnaf movie is no exception. With this film, everything feels old and retro, but also gloomy, dreadful, and mysterious, and it gives the film a better view of what it was described in the books. Everything, like the animatronics, the way the characters act, the environment, the dark lighting, the feeling of dread, and the music. In the first few minutes of the film, with the title card, the music gives the film this retro but mysterious feeling as you now watch a film stepping into the dark universe of Five Nights at Freddy's. A universe with so many secrets, rumors, and theories, and the music composer has done a great job at making this movie feel mysterious and true to what the universe of Fnaf is known for. Then, when it comes to the environment, everything puts the viewer in the era of the 1990s and captures what the first game's pizzeria would look like and feel. Even the diner scene with Mad Pat captures the era that this film was trying to bring to life. The pizzeria feels almost identical to the game, but with a more realistic and dark touch, as we can see everything come to life from the game and the books alike. The pizzeria captures the essence that this place is abandoned and was once a place where fantasy and fun came to life. The essence of the place being abandoned, yes, but there is a dark presence lurking in the shadows, watching. scheming. And this place is a mysterious crime scene that everyone forgot about. Even the little details like the cars, the phones, the TVs, the arcade cabinets, and much more. So much detail was put into this film, and you could just see just how authentic the film feels when watching it. Even the animatronics follow this as well, as they are designed almost perfectly and almost exactly to what they looked in the first game. Of course, you can't replicate everything from the 1990s and from the game, but even then, this film did its job of capturing the essence of what the first game took place in, and felt like, and what universe it was trying to bring to life. A creepy, mysterious, and dreadful universe with so many questions that would make you go insane. When it comes to writing characters, most filmmakers these days only focus on action parts and don't give more attention to the characters, to the point that the viewer doesn't care for the characters at all. Unfortunately, this movie suffers from that. I say this because characters like Vanessa acted in a way that is, well, bipolar. The reason is that in some of the scenes, she acts in a way that makes it a bit too obvious that she's hiding something. And as if they're trying to make her do things too quickly. I say this when she tells Mike about the spring locks and then starts to rush away and then starts to avoid questions from Mike. Also, when Mike brings Abby to the pizzeria and they are building a fort, everything is fine. But then after Abby gets hurt, Vanessa just turns on Mike and says to never bring her again or she will shoot him. Now, I can understand they wanted to hide Vanessa's true purpose and story of being Afton's daughter and the fact that she wanted to protect Mike, but they did it in a way that kind of made her character feel annoying to see on screen and, well, once again, bipolar. Also, despite William being the main villain, he gets barely any screen time. If anything, we only see him in the beginning and the end of the movie. They did, however, make it up by going ahead and making the times he was in the film and making him feel like a true villain and a true menace. But it makes the whole film feel empty the entire time. The killer is mentioned, and up until the end, we finally see something which makes the viewer just skip to the end to see the killer in action. Now, I know I am not a filmmaker whatsoever. However, don't tease the antagonist for an hour and 20 minutes, and then at the last 20 minutes of the film, you finally show them only for them to die right after. Don't do that. That, however, is forgiven, as they made Mike a well-written, a really relatable character. From his backstory, how he acts, and how he is shown in the film just makes him a really good character. From his story being a man suffering from his dreams of not saving his brother, to him trying his best to provide for his sister from the greedy aunt who only wants Abby for cash, to Mike learning to forget the past and to move on and to not let the past bring you down. Abby is also written well as her character gives the view that she sees Mike as her hero and wants to get closer to him. Both of these characters were written really well and in a way that made the movie more enjoyable to see, as you want to watch the bond between Mike and Abby grow throughout the film. Even Afton follows this as well, even if he is only shown a few times. Now, with these issues being shown here and there, the film still tries to make characters that make people relate to them and envy them. This film showed that if you try to find a balance between the action and the characters, you can give viewers characters that they can see in themselves. Would you believe Fnaf has been around for a decade? It's hard to believe, to be honest. It's been around for so long that the film was announced almost 8 years ago. Now, It was supposed to be made by Warner Brothers, however, they wanted it to make it kid-friendly. So, the script was scrapped and the film was delayed many times. Then, when Blumhouse came into picture, the same issue followed. Many scripts were scrapped here and there, and another issue came into picture. There was no characters in the games to be seen. So, we got the books, and Sister Location, and Security Breach, and Pizzeria Simulator. Then, finally, Scott finally found a script that was suitable for us. Scott went through so many scripts and gave us so much content to make sure that this film was perfect and was made for us, not for a cash grab like Warner Brothers wanted it to do with making it kid-friendly. Then, on February 1st, 2023, the film was finally in production and we were all excited to see the film that was said to be made time and time again was finally being made. But then, when the film was released on October 27th, 2023, many people seemed to judge it too quickly, as you would see critics rank it low in Rotten Tomatoes. However, they forget one thing. Not every film is going to be made to please the critics. Scott wanted this film to be made for the people. So that is why we got characters like Vanessa, William, and even Mike, characters from different pieces of the franchise brought into one. And he even got MatPat into this film, and the fan-favorited Five Nights at Freddy's song made by Living Tombstone at the credits. He wanted the fans to have a film that was worthy of them, to bring new and old fans all in one, and it shows as many voted high for Rotten Tomatoes. Now, some will want to pick out at every single detail in the movie. However, they have to understand that this film was made to be a fun, new experience with a creepy yet relatable and heartwarming story to show just how far Scott would go to give us a film made for us. A film made for the people. A film made for the fans. Now, that is all for me for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you want more content like this, then please subscribe for more horror content like this in the near future. Now, I will see you all in the next one. Take care and God bless.